Council, congratulations, some of you haven't seen me since your elections to the dais. I have a bunch of things to say in a short amount of time to say it, but I'm going to start by agreeing with this young lady because I was at the big move this morning and I was there yesterday and I experienced people who didn't have a plan. Now, rumor has it that one of the governor's balls or events at the governor's mansion is the reason that the timeline went from 28, 30 days of moving people and decommissioning a camp to 7 days. The people who are being moved don't have relationships with the care workers, with the industry that was just mentioned, to have a plan, to be conscientious about what you're packing to move into your home and what you're leaving behind, more than 6 hours or 3 hours before the first bus comes to take you. Mentioning that, when I arrived today, there were over 10 officers on site, many of them with their vehicles puffing and polluting the air in this location. What a great waste of resources to have 10 guns at a decommissioning of an encampment where we have a relationship with the tenants who are being moved. Mentioning relationships, I want to give a big happy shout out to the public health workers who are out on Federal checking to make sure that apartment buildings don't have mice or roaches. Also, there was a really one single hard worker today that I saw in a green shirt communicating with people while 15 people stood around and talked to each other as volunteers for the city. Mentioning guns. You don't need a gun to take out the garbage. Currently, EHS doesn't manage to take and clean the trash that's piled up in a set location unless they have an armed guard with them, full-time officer on duty. It's a waste of resources, people. In the same way that we've been at this dais, at the streets talking, the question's asked, what does a tiny house village look like without kitchen? Well, services are people coming and feeding each other. Right now, over 200 people are eating outside. We build relationships with people. We do it on Sundays, we do it on Mondays, we do it all different days of the week. And when we have those relationships, people get housed. So, put some housing in the neighborhood, go serve it. Look at what First United Methodist Church, or the Methodist Church in Park Hill did. A great job of building relationships, of getting people housed. It works when we work it. But one thing that's not going to work is organizations like the Salvation Army who actively have crack and meth use in their shelters, running apartment houses under a zero tolerance policy.